Hello and welcome to the New York Sofalites podcast. I'm Stephanie and I'm here with my oldest friends, Gretchen and Rachel. And there's a lot going on in the world right now. Like, a lot. A lot. And we have a lot of thoughts about it, about all of it. But I think tonight we're going to be talking about the new interpretation of Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro, which was released on Netflix less than a week ago. So we've been anxiously awaiting this release, and I can't believe we're actually going to talk about it.
Oh my God, so
Finally.
exciting. I we have been anticipating this, I think, since we found out that it was
Yeah.
happening. Clearly, we're huge Frankenstein fans. We love every Frankenstein property. On a scale of like 1 to Playing with Fire, I would say that this is up there.
Definitely, definitely. We love Mary Shelley. We love that a woman invented this entire genre. And we don't care if the latest interpretation is done by yet another man. It's fine. It's
Like,
fine.
honestly, always a man. I truly, I just can't wait to see Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride, I guess is what I'm saying. But
When
putting
will
that,
that be a woman? Anyway,
I
putting that
know,
aside.
putting that aside, I really did think that there were parts of this movie that were really spectacular. And then there were parts of this movie that I was like so confused by. And I want to talk about all of it. But like, first impressions, what did everybody think?
I did think it was really beautiful visually, um, throughout, like most of it. I really loved the visual aspect of it. I thought Oscar Isaac's performance. I mean, I thought all of the performances were actually really good. Um, I thought his was particularly good in like a very sharp-edged sociopathic kind of way.
Hmm.
Um, Jacob Elordi too. I was really distracted by how tall he actually is.
He's really
Um,
tall.
yeah, I thought that they were digitally like enhancing his height, and then I was telling Rachel before we got on, like I saw a bunch of red carpet shots of him walking with Oscar Isaac, and I was like, oh my God, he's really that tall. I mean, I remember him from Euphoria and stuff, but I guess,
It's hard to know on Euphoria
yeah.
because, like, everyone is weird heights.
Yeah, and they're like young and
Yeah, they're literally
they're
children when
riding
that series
bikes and
begins.
yeah, like yeah, you don't know what they're really doing or
Mhm.
he might have grown since then for all I know. I don't know. I
He
don't know
does.
how old he is.
I think he's like in his late 20s now.
He's not growing anymore.
Well, I don't know.
Since the first season of Euphoria, maybe.
The
I
first
don't
season of
know.
Euphoria was like 8 years ago, so
Okay.
it feels like it was eight
Okay.
years ago. I don't think it was 8 years ago,
Okay.
but
It
he might
feels
have.
so long ago.
No, he's tall. He's like Marfan's tall. Like he's
He's
the
so tall.
perfect casting. I really
Mm-hmm.
liked this casting. Normally they cast it like in reverse where like they'll cast the creature as an older actor and
Mm.
the Victor character as a younger actor because I think that's kind of he would have been a younger character in the book, but this was really interesting to like see like an adult Oscar Isaac
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
grappling with some of this stuff. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Gretchen, what did you think?
Yeah, I think so. I should say there will be spoilers for this. So if you
Oh,
haven't seen it, you
yes.
should stop
100%.
and watch it and then come back.
And
But
don't think that if you read the book, you know what's going to happen in this movie because you do not.
no, you don't.
Plot doesn't follow the book.
So I thought it was really interesting. I really was not. So I like del Toro. I I did. I am someone who gets very distracted by, or maybe I just don't like. I don't connect to this kind of like level of graphics they were using that were so overt. So like
Like
the computer graphics, like the stuff that was clearly not real.
Like
That
what? Like the ice stuff?
I mean, the ice wasn't that bad, but like almost all of the
Like the
setting shots,
tower,
yeah,
like
almost all the setting shots were fake. Like almost all of the,
Oh.
and so, but
the statues, the like crying
yeah,
Catholic
it was a very
statues.
Catholic. It's very. What I
Oh
liked about the
yeah.
aesthetic was that it was very. There was a lot of Catholicism in there. There was a lot of, you know, kind of the all of the aesthetic was very like, jewel tones and very rich and had a
I
lot of
like that, yeah.
and so I thought that was really interesting, but I didn't really connect to the story until we got to part two, which was the creatures part. And then I got very sad, but it was also like the part I connected to the most. The daddy issues are rife, a lot
Oh
more
my
overt.
God.
Oh my God, I was a
Yeah,
little
So
yeah,
surprised.
overt.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little surprised like they went that route.
Yeah. So I mean, even from the beginning,
Yeah.
when he's, you know, beginning of the creature's life, when he's just yelling at him and being like, "Say something else." You're like, "You're doing
And
what
he's
your
like,
dad did." You're like,
Victor.
yeah,
Yeah, it's so
and
it
then
is really sad.
and then Elizabeth's like, you're the most important thing in his life right now, Dodoy. Like, of course he's gonna just say Victor all the time, and
Yeah.
she answers with
But
yeah, obviously, but like,
you know what though? I thought that this was like a little bit of like a like to start off with like the plot stuff. So when the monster initially comes to life and they have that like exchange where he's like Victor says, "My name is Victor," and then the creature says, "My name is Victor," and Victor says, "Of course you are," and like that's such like a sweet like retconning of this original text. Like this is what you wish would have happened in this exchange because like they mention it earlier in the text. Like, oh my God, first of all, we think about this as being the beginning of the narrative, but it is fully like 57 minutes into this movie when this creature
Yeah,
actually comes to
I
life. The cold open to
yes.
this movie was 27 minutes long. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that also is like a little
Really.
difficult for me. It didn't start moving very quickly, which is fine. It maybe that was
But
an
it
aesthetic
showed
choice,
the
but
generational trauma from
yeah.
It sure did. And like, do
father to
we
son to son. Yeah.
to father to son to creature, but like
Yeah.
so like and they do mention it earlier in the text, like his father's like, "You, Victor, you are gonna carry on my name, let's see if you can be worthy of it." And so then they have that exchange where like the creature says, "My name is Victor," and Victor says, "Of course you are." And like so that's like a sweet moment, and then from there is like kind of when it turns,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I thought was really interesting because I thought like, what a great moment of like making this Victor character a little bit more empathetic, a little bit more like it does seem like he tried. He just didn't have the skills, and maybe we can
Yeah.
blame that on his very mean father, Charles Dance, who like I that really it really surprised me. Like as a person who's read this book multiple times, I was like, Victor Frankenstein's father was lovely, and they really did him dirty in this movie. I think that this has way more to do with Guillermo and his life and what he is trying to say and what he wants
Yeah.
to talk about than what Mary
Yeah.
Shelley had in mind.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like more than an adaptive choice. He like I this was like a rewriting of this story entirely.
Yeah, I did read
Yeah.
something about Oscar Isaac mentioning how it's a very Latin American story, and I thought that was kind of interesting, like the way it was interpreted.
Yes, in that
Kind
it
of
was like
interesting.
Interesting.
all machismo.
Yeah.
It
Very
was,
machismo.
So male.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
very male. The, I think Elizabeth, who was Mia Goth's character, was complex, but she was really the only woman in the whole thing, and she was obviously a martyr and kind of a symbol of what, you know, Victor Frankenstein very clearly says she is the symbol of life over and over. It's like life got in the way, then life showed up, then and then I was dealing with death so much, and so And but I really just did not like Victor Frankenstein in this. Like, I mean, I'm not sure he's supposed to be likable, but I
Do
did
you
not.
like him in the novel, or like was this kind of like a
I
similar?
mean, I'm listening to the novel right now, the audiobook. I haven't finished it, so he's not exactly supposed to be, a loved character, I guess. I mean, I think he's supposed to be complex and like a little bit obsessive, and we saw the original or the earlier adaptation from 1935, and he was awful in that too, like an awful person
Or
in that
like
too.
whoever it was in that movie. I feel
Yeah.
like they don't even have a Victor Frankenstein in
It
the
wasn't even named
Boris.
Victor Frankenstein. He was
He
named
was
something else.
he was Henry, right? He was
Yeah.
which is the name of his brother. Or like it's really complex. So like
Yeah.
in the Del Toro version, we come to see him as this like, so it starts out, the same framing device as the novel where we're like out on the ice, we're chasing Frankenstein around. This like meets this ship captain and he starts telling the ship captain what's going on. This whole story. Meanwhile, the creature's like outside, like shaking the boat free of the like ice jam, which I think was just actually helpful. But I
Yeah.
guess
What? I mean, they were trying to dig it out. Yeah.
he did
Yeah,
like
he was
kill a
trying to
bunch of
help.
sailors in the process. So
That's true.
like,
But
people are
yeah.
complex. So and then like we flash back to the beginning of this whole thing and we find an adult Victor Frankenstein, like a 47-ish-year-old Victor Frankenstein at this university, and he's like halfway through creating this creature, and he's like very charismatic, and he's showing it in a lecture hall to all of these other like physician students, and it's like just a
Yeah, he's in
torso,
Edinburgh. Yeah.
and it's like catching he throws it a banana or something, and like it
There's a
catches,
ball in it.
throws it a ball.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
so bizarre, and then it piques the attention of Christoph Waltz, who's just like, I must come to you and be the benefactor of this research that like is already half finished. Like, okay, like this character came out of absolute left field, and I was like,
Yeah.
what is Christoph Waltz doing in this movie?
What was he doing?
Yeah,
And can we talk
yeah.
about the scene? I guess I don't spend a lot of time in men's bathrooms, clearly, but the scene where he was just like pissing and not touching anything, I'm like, how are you
That's
not?
weird.
Yeah, he was like, flush it for me. It was
Yeah, but he
weird.
just like he was
Yeah.
standing here like this, like with his hands on things, not touching his penis while he peed.
I'm
I was so
wondering
confused.
though.
I was so confused.
I was also confused, and I verbalized this to my husband as we were watching it, and he was like, "I don't know what to tell you. Like, sometimes men are weird."
I think I said the same thing, and my husband was just like, "What?" Like he was like, "I don't know. I have no
And
idea
then
what's going on." And I was like,
There were
"You're a
two-
man. Tell me. Explain."
what is happening? Also, a couple of other things in that scene. Flush toilets. When were those invented?
I know
Probably
that
not.
bugged me because I was like, these weren't invented then. Like, or if they were, they weren't at like a random.
They certainly were not at the
university. Yeah.
University of Edinburgh.
What
were not.
year was it supposed to take place? I mean, we know Mary
I
Shelley.
want to say 1847, but I could be way
I
off
was gonna
base.
say like in a kind of pre-Civil War time period. So like 1830s,
50s,
1840s.
Yeah.
There was also like a lot of war stuff going on in this
Yeah.
movie, like Napoleonic Wars. It kind of seemed like.
Yeah, and like his
Um,
dad came back from war when he was young.
But then he
When
was
Victor
also a
was young.
doctor. But then he was
Yeah.
also a nobleman. It's like,
He was a lot.
He was a lot of
like,
things. He was a
He was
baron,
a lot
I
of
guess.
things. Yeah, he was a baron. He was a surgeon, and he was kind of an asshole.
He was an asshole.
And he hated his wife.
Did not
and
like that wife.
his
Mia Goth
firstborn
also
son.
played the wife. She played the wife
Okay, I
and
wasn't
Oh, I was so
sure.
confused. I'm like, it
'Cause
looks
I
just like
thought
Mia
they,
Goth,
I
but it's
was
like
like,
not Mia
wow, they
Goth. I
really
was so
got someone
confused.
to look just like her.
no, it
Yeah.
And
was
that
also
goes,
her.
yeah, because there
Yeah.
were also a lot of mommy issues going on with
A
the whole
lot of mommy
thing.
issues.
A lot of mommy issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which,
Okay.
so I
That's why
kind
she was
of
shrouded. Okay, that makes sense. That all makes
Yeah, I was
sense.
like, what? I'm like, he looks so much like Mia Goth, but she's not Mia Goth.
I
I'm
was
so
like, what is it?
confused.
Her
Yeah,
twin
yeah,
sister? Like,
she
yeah, yeah,
is Mia Goth. Yes, and I think that
yeah.
that's on purpose to kind of like lampshade the mommy
Mm-hmm.
issues,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
also
yeah.
that Mia Goth is the only woman in this movie, right?
The
So
only woman
like,
that
Mm-hmm.
could possibly be hired for this movie. Yeah.
but also the only female character in the movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And
So
then Christoph Waltz, who's Harlander, right? I don't remember his first name, but he was the benefactor.
Harlander,
Harlander, the
the
syphilis
Yeah,
guy.
the
he has
syphilis,
syphilis.
which
And
was like
that,
a big reveal, like
yeah,
way
I
later in the movie. Like, oh,
I
by the
know. I was like,
way,
what is happening?
yeah, I
We're
didn't
gonna
really
bring
understand the point
syphilis
of his
into
character
this?
at all, to be honest. I mean, love Christoph Waltz, but like, why was he there?
like
He wasn't
truly
really doing
always
anything.
happy to see him. He didn't do
Yeah,
anything, and then as soon as he like revealed that he had syphilis, he died and did
yeah.
not, in fact, get to. I don't know. I
He
think
wanted to be the next. He wanted to be the creature,
he wanted to be
right?
the creature, and also that scene where he like revealed like I have some syphilis, and I would
I've
like
got some syphilis.
he's like
I've got some of the syphilis.
has this
Just some.
syphilis, just like
My
He's like
brain is
fully
probably
like,
okay.
yeah, mostly
like a
fine.
mostly fine. Maybe we're coming back around to the reason that he did not want to handle his penis while he was going to the bathroom. There could
But
have been
like, how do
something.
people go to the bathroom without touching their penis? I don't understand. I don't
This is a
I
great
understand.
cannot
question.
understand
I don't
how
understand.
men go to
How
the bathroom.
men?
I
Okay,
don't
Well,
so
get it.
I have seen
Like, why
my
do some drop
son
their
go to
pants
the
all the way
bathroom
to the
without using his
floor?
hands. Yes, and
How
that's
did that
exactly what he
go?
does because he is a 6-year-old child. So like
yeah.
he drops his pants all the way to the floor and then just goes for it. And his,
That's the only
you
way it would
know,
work
his
without
aim
getting
has
pee
a
all over
lot to
you.
be desired because you gotta point it, I guess.
That's the thing. It only would work if you take your pants all the way down and then like hover very specifically. There's no point in doing it. There's
I
no
think that
point.
you could hover or you could like thrust all the way forward and try to make an arc like one of those like fountains with the angels.
Okay, men, please tell us. Do you touch your penis when you pee? What
Can
is Christopher
anyone
Waltz doing?
explain this scene in Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro on Netflix? We're so confused.
Yeah.
Please, this is the only thing we care about.
Has anyone ever
Guillermo
just
del
like
Toro's
turned
like,
around?
why are you only talking about this?
Poor Kay.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
We have to get to the bottom of this. Okay, so but this is what happens when Christoph Waltz is like, I've got syphilis and I would like you to put my brain into the creature, whatever. And then he like fucks it up. And I think that this is all part of the metaphor. I wasn't totally tracking what was going on, but when they have this like a conversation and Victor's like, I can't do that for you. And then they like bend the like metallic lightning rod thing ever so slightly so that it looks like kind of like a wonky penis. And that's why it doesn't entirely work correctly. And it's so overt.
Very
It's like literally
phallic,
like
yeah.
this incredibly phallic, metallic, but kind of fucked up penis because of syphilis. And then the lightning hits it, and it's like
And
from
then
there,
it's
it's like all fucked up.
creature, like it's all fucked up. Yeah, all downhill from there.
So like,
Yeah.
I'm coming back around to like the hubris of men, like has got to be at the root of this, and I think that that's what Del Toro is trying to tell us. Is that,
Yeah.
like,
For sure.
Yeah, that's I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
There is a lot of
Actually.
hubris there.
I
I mean, there's
like
hubris from the
that
very
tracks.
beginning, them trying to fight the ice and fight their boat out of the ice. It's like, this isn't, guys.
yeah,
And then,
I know it just looks ridiculous, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh
you're
my
like,
gosh,
okay,
because
so
why
they're
would you be doing
trying
this
to
for?
conquer. They're trying to conquer worlds that have as yet not been conquered, and that's why the ship captain connects so much with Frankenstein. They have like a similar mania. Really, really enjoyed that ship captain. I don't know. We haven't seen this guy in a while. Milkinson, one of the Milkinsons, and I don't think I've ever heard German spoken with a Swedish accent before, and I found it utterly charming.
That was Danish, actually, right?
Oh, he's Danish.
Yeah. Well, I think they're speaking Danish.
It sounded very strange, but very lovely.
Yeah.
I think it was Danish.
I'm pretty sure it was. Because my mom was watching with me, too.
Maybe Russian, and then I was like, no, it's not Russian. It sounded...
I thought he was speaking German because he was speaking to Frankenstein, but you could be right. He could have just been speaking Danish.
It could have been... I don't know. Maybe they switched, but I thought they said... Anyways, not relevant. But
it's probably in the subtitles. We can circle back.
I thought it was because my mom said like, "Oh, it's Danish," and I didn't know how she would have known. And she speaks a little bit of German, so I was like, I feel like she would have been like,
well, she had German. A Danish grandmother, so
yeah. So
she might be have like some familiarity. I don't know.
Yeah, I loved it.
Whatever.
Maybe that's why they wanted Christoph Waltz, because they were like, we need someone who speaks German to be
speaks all the languages
in this movie.
Yeah. And it was Mia Goth was his niece, right? So
but she was also marrying Frankenstein's brother.
Yeah.
That's who that blonde guy was, right?
It was William Frankenstein.
William Frankenstein. So this is also something that really confused me, because William Frankenstein of the novel is like the young brother who dies. So it was kind of like a haunting proposal then, to see him like to have grown up into an adult and be like Victor's assistant in all of this like monster creating stuff, when like he was, I think, like the first victim of Frankenstein's monster. Spoilers for Frankenstein, the novel.
We've already established this movie does not follow the books.
Yeah.
No, like not but also like it had just enough of a thread to make it truly confusing.
Yes.
Yeah. And distracting, at least in my case, because I was like, I know this isn't the plot, but I couldn't remember like what the plot of the book was, and so I found it to be like kind of distracting.
I was wondering if they were gonna like wind their way back around to the ending of the book, and they did not. So
I know I wondered if there was gonna be a part 3 that was Mia Goth or something. I was like, oh, are we gonna get like, but no,
like
it's just
her being the bride of Frankenstein. Honestly,
I
would love that.
Yeah, because I was like, I like the costuming. I guess like at the beginning when I said visually I really liked it, like I'm mostly talking about the costumes.
Yes.
But I was completely obsessed with all of her costumes, and obviously her performance was good and stuff. And yeah. I
mean, what do we think about Mia Goth in this movie though? Because this is so different for her. I feel like generally we see, well, I haven't seen that much of her actually, but I really enjoyed her in the Ty West movies, where like her performance is like, it starts at 11 and just goes up from there in terms of intensity.
Those horror movies, right?
Yeah, and she's great.
Yeah, she's really good in those. Yeah.
So this was like so different and
very
like
subdued. Yeah,
very subdued, kind of just like a sweet, empathetic lady who likes bugs.
Christian, like she was religious, but into the insects and
I guess
and
what
compassionate.
Yeah, and I would say even passionate and opinionated. And it was almost interesting to see how she could have those similar qualities of, she has very strong beliefs, and when she meets the creature, she has a very strong point of view, but she doesn't need to be as kind of raucous and rude as much as Victor Frankenstein. She's able to regulate
because she's a woman. Because she has
all the skills. Yeah,
she has the mom energy.
Yeah. And Victor,
because this is what the creature really needs, right? Is like the creature needs a mother and a father, arguably, but like really needs a mother and really benefits from being mothered in those like weird 11 seconds where she like meets him and immediately starts touching him, which honestly, who among us? But
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was really. I did think that scene was very sweet. She was like, "Yes, it's still. You're giving me a leaf. Oh, thank you." Like she's treating him like a little child.
Yeah.
It's
like a
very sweet.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
I
in a
thought she was.
way, oh, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna change the subject a little bit, but like on the subject of mothering, like the blind old man that kind of takes the creature under his wing, you know, over the winter, like in a way that was almost like parenting him,
Of
right?
course, yeah, yeah. He was
And
very much just teaching him to read, teaching him, all this
He was
stuff.
the
Yeah.
good dad.
I wanted to see more of that. I guess I just wanted more softness, but it's Frankenstein, so
Well,
anyway,
yeah.
sorry to change the subject away from Mia Goth. I didn't mean to. We love her.
Well, I think that there were a lot of complex male characters, and she had to hold a lot of complexity as just one female character. Um,
Yeah.
so it is interesting though. I do think that like she, I don't think you saw, it was, again, I didn't really connect as much to her character. I saw her points and everything until I saw her with the creature. It really, he had to be there to make everyone kind of, he's like like, not a catalyst, but or it's almost like a Rorschach test for everyone. And then they become very like, more, you get more reception, or like you receive more about each character when they interact with him. So, yeah, but
Yeah. Because he's like a mirror in that he's completely a blank slate, and however he is treated, that's how he is going to respond in kind, which is kind of like how he ends up being evil, right? Is because he was treated so harshly by Victor
yeah. And the
and
world, I mean, because like
and the world
yeah, I mean, he had that
and
wonderful
wolves.
life. Yeah, exactly. He had that wonderful life with the old man being the spirit of the forest beforehand, which was lovely. And he's like, I had peace for a moment. And
Yeah.
then they all just assumed the worst out of him, which is,
Because of the way he looks. Like that's
yeah.
like that's really something. Especially when like most of you looks like Jacob Elordi. Like
Yeah, just take a second, guys. Just like don't look at all the weird stuff. Just take a second.
just like check it out. Just
Yeah,
get
look at his eyes. Okay, he's very soft in his eyes in
I feel
this
like Mia
film.
Goth had the exact right. Like it was basically like it was very like Rocky Horror Picture Show coded when like especially his outfit, his little undies when he like is first created and
Yeah.
he stands up and he's like ambling around in his like little shorty shorts. I'm like, this is very Rocky Horror. And then like she wakes up in the middle of the night and she's in her nightgown and like goes down and like starts
Yeah.
kind of, you know,
Interacting.
getting touchy with
Yeah.
Monster. Like it's
Yeah.
very, very Rocky Horror. I appreciated it.
Yeah. Yeah. I did think I think one thing about it, not to speaking of Rocky Horror and the other influences, it was hard for me to kind of nail down the like tone of this movie sometimes. It was
Yes.
almost like body horror at times. Or I felt like there are moments where I'm like, it could go this way with all of the bodies that were kind of placed like sculptures, but then also taken apart and
That
then
was cool.
that
And a
was
lot of
cool.
that design was practical, like
Yeah.
the stuff in the lab.
Yes, that was. Yeah.
So that was really cool. I really
That was
liked
really
the
cool.
like it reminded me of like did you ever see the bodies exhibit? Do you remember like it
Oh
was
yeah.
all over like the 2010s, the bodies exhibit, yeah. Kind of like had that feel to it.
Yeah, yeah, and they all did look like kind of Roman sculptures and like,
Yeah.
I mean, Mia Goth even said something like they looked like the religious kind of sculptures, but and then when he's just Jacob Elordi or the creature just like literally peeling off pieces of wolves and stuff, I'm like, this could be body horror.
If those wolves were not the worst animated wolves I've
They
ever
were
seen in my
terrible.
life.
They were
Oh.
really bad.
That's what I was talking about. Like it just really like takes me out of it. Yeah, when that happens, I don't know. And or it could have been kind of like a very lush, you know, I'm finding the words difficult today. A very lush, like, romance that had something to do with, hubris again, like an epic almost. But I couldn't
Yeah,
nail
like a
down.
gothic romance. I feel like
Yeah,
the term gothic romance was thrown around a lot on the press
yeah,
tour.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that didn't quite land for me.
yeah,
Because there like
yeah.
wasn't really any
Yeah,
romance. It was like
yeah, but there truly wasn't.
There was
they were
some
trying
butterfly
to
catching. Like, I don't know.
well like so what were I guess what were we trying to say by so in the text Elizabeth is Victor's fiance. So what were we
Hmm.
trying to say by bringing in another character to be her fiance and now we have like a kind of like a love triangle plus one, just like
Yeah.
a love square,
A love square.
a love rhombus. Like why, like
Mhm.
why is
Yeah.
Victor in love with her? Why is she marrying his brother? Why do we have to have two, like if Victor is like the crux of his like whole shit is jealousy, why do we have to have two rivals? Like
Mm.
why not just the creature? Because like he doesn't really, I don't know. I guess
I think it goes back to Guillermo del Toro possibly working through his own mommy issues and like there's the mommy issues and she's like unattainable, you know? Um like he just can't have her. And like his
right.
mom died. I don't know, like that's just the first thing that kind of comes to mind for me.
So he can't have
Like
her, and it's not just because of his obsession. There is a practical reason why he can't have her, and it's because she's marrying his brother.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, and it is interesting if we were going to, I mean, take away all of the, norms of that period and when Mary Shelley was writing this.
Oh yeah, I
Really,
think
like like Victor Frankenstein should not have been engaged to anyone, like as a character. Like he would have been too obsessive, I think, if he wasn't, um, in my
I
mind at least. I don't
think
know.
that he like so in the novel version he is kind of like he's betrothed to Elizabeth when they are both children
Oh,
when
yeah,
her mother adopts Elizabeth and they are like
yeah.
kind of
They're like
raised
with sister and brother
as brother
almost,
and sister,
right?
but they call each other cousin, and it's kind of just like understood that because she doesn't have a family anymore, that like when they both come of age, they're gonna get
Mm,
married. And there's something in the text that like keeps popping up that like she belongs to the Elizabeth like belongs to Victor. Like
mm,
when her mother first
Mm.
adopts Elizabeth, she tells Victor, "I got you a present," and so that's not
interesting.
great. And maybe maybe it's maybe it's not cool in 2025 to even like set that up, and so they were
Maybe,
like
yeah. I got you a present.
Yeah, maybe it's quite progressive actually. This whole
Yeah.
setup. I don't
yeah,
know.
maybe it's better, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was also interesting how much better the character, how much purer and more nuanced the Elizabeth the person was. Like she was way too good for William, and she was also
She's
too good for
way too good.
Victor.
She's way too good
So
for
like,
both
She
of them.
was
so
too
like
good for any
why?
of them.
And
Yeah.
so there is a an element there of she said about the butterfly too, like three hearts, white blood, but no
Do we
choice.
know if that's true about butterflies?
Do butterflies have three hearts? Hold
Do
on.
butterflies have any hearts or blood? They have exoskeletons, right? I don't know.
Butterflies have three
Yeah.
hearts.
Well, they're
No.
not mammals, so
So do they have hearts at all?
Yes. They have one long, gentle heart that
What?
runs.
What about it
Yes.
makes a gentle heart?
Because it's like. Sorry. I read that before I actually saw where that was coming from. They have a single multi-chambered dorsal vessel that functions as a heart. So they
Okay.
have an open circulatory system. Um, it's a long tube-like heart, but it's not really like a heart. Apparently, people used to think they have three hearts.
So
Um,
maybe
Okay.
they're being historically accurate.
yeah, but I
Okay.
guess
That's
I
a
think
little
like
inside.
yeah, I think because they have a chamber, like they might have different chambers, it kind of looks like they have three hearts.
Okay.
That's my best guess.
I mean, all hearts have chambers, right?
I know,
But
but like because it's long and like
right.
extended,
Okay.
it kind of like looks like like we have four chambers in our heart, but it looks like kind of like one piece. So
Theirs
like I
looks
don't know.
kind of like
I
their body. They have a long,
guess.
thin body, so they have to have a long, thin heart.
I guess. Yeah. Butterfly heart. Can I see it? Will they have a picture of a butterfly heart? We'll find out.
I'm sure
Nope. It's
people.
just butterfly heart just comes up like heart butterflies arranged in the shape of a heart.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
seeing like Lisa Frank. I feel like
Yeah.
this search is going to be difficult.
Nope. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, you guys.
Okay,
I
so
have no
she
idea.
is interested in entomology and a woman's right to choose, which I think is great for this character because if you're going to have one female character in a movie, you want them to be like an extremely agentic character that is going to move this plot forward. And I think that she was kind of like the only thing moving the plot forward, actually.
Yeah.
She just kind
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
was running around this castle telling everybody what to do, and that was great, and they should have listened to her.
You're right.
They should
Yeah.
have,
And
Oh,
so,
just so you
like,
know,
honestly.
butterflies do have have clear or yellowish have clear blood or it might have a yellowish green tint.
oh,
Just FYI. Yeah.
okay,
It's colorless. Yeah.
cool.
So that part is kind of correct. But yeah, anyways.
Cute.
Sorry.
Love that. No, I think that Mia Goth's Elizabeth was a very smart character, and I loved her wardrobe. And she kind of like in that green dress kind of looked like a bug, like kind of like a beetle
Yeah.
in the
I've
shiny
read
green
some
one.
stuff about how her wardrobe was kind of inspired by insects, like the different layers of silk and the headdresses and stuff. Um,
Interesting.
which yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't think of it when I was watching it, but then looking back after I read about the costuming, I thought that made sense and it was a really smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, loved her costumes. Really just like I don't know. I feel like the rest of the costumes were a little bit like meh,
Yeah.
except for Jacob Elordi's shorty shorts and his like weird bear cape thing.
Yeah.
You're like, except for the whole Jacob Elordi body
Thing.
thing.
Yeah.
That's
Really,
fine
just
too. That was
that
good.
was it was pretty good.
Well, it's just funny that he like put him in yellow shorts and like yellow arm wraps. Like where I mean, this I know this is like magical realism, but like where did those come from? Like when he just put
I
him in
know,
like
I
some
had
clothes that
questions
he had
about,
around, like
yeah.
I don't know, like I know, but like
You would think
I
that he
had
would dress
questions about that
him,
too.
yeah, in his own clothes, but he couldn't because
yeah,
he's so
he is
tall.
way
So
too big.
they
Yeah,
couldn't find like a
Maybe
waistcoat that
they
was gonna
were
fit
his
him.
shorts.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe that's why
Or
they were
they
so
were
short.
their pants on Oscar Isaac for their
Yeah, yeah.
extremely short shorts on Jacob Elordi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I thought Jacob Elordi did a good job in this movie. I thought he did
I
quite.
did too.
I think
I
he
was
did a
he-
impressed.
great
Yeah,
job.
I thought he was very soft and like had, but he really embodied him well. He obviously wasn't trying to copy. Oh my God, who is
Karloff?
that guy?
Boris
Yeah,
Karloff?
Boris
Yeah.
Karloff. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
and that's kind of
yeah, it
like
was unique. Yeah.
I thought that actually that was kind of where this movie fell a little bit short for me was that like the important thing about Frankenstein is that when you create something that you can't control and you can't therefore nurture it and you can't love it, then it becomes evil. And I feel like this Jacob Elordi creature didn't ever like come full circle on like actually becoming evil. Like he was pretty
Yeah.
gracious
Yeah.
throughout the entire movie. He didn't have like revenge in his heart, as it turned out when he came to the ship to confront Victor. It was to forgive him, which
And
how
get a
sweet is that?
companion. He wanted a
Like,
companion.
Well, he
said
wanted
it.
a companion, but he was okay with not having that companion.
Yeah. Yeah.
and then forgave his dad for being
Yeah.
such a dick,
Like, Dad, it's okay.
which
Yeah, I'm
Basically.
not gonna lie. I was a little thrown by that. I was like, "Wait, is we're getting forgiveness now? Okay." Like,
so
didn't hate
like
it, but I was surprised. Yeah.
I just felt like the demand for the companion and then the revenge because of like not getting that was like most of the plot of the book. So like
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it makes sense in that way why they had to like add his brother and his fiance and why they had to
Mm-hmm.
add Christoph Waltz because they were just like they took a lot out, so they had to replace it with like other stuff. I'm not totally sure that like that stuff worked for me, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I agree. I think it wasn't perfect, but there were a lot of nice elements, I thought.
yeah, like I
Um,
like that he got to forgive his dad on his deathbed in the boat with his Danish ship
After
captain
he just
friend.
killed a bunch of people. Yeah.
It
And
was very nice. It
Yeah.
was a nice
yeah.
moment.
Yeah. But it
Yeah, I
was,
thought it
yeah.
was a nice moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
I
think,
wonder. Oh, sorry. Go on.
no, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, I think the only moment where we alluded to the idea that, well, no, he did show he showed grace because he said, I see now people kill the wolves. The wolves are just that way. They're not doing it because they're evil. Like, they're just doing it because, like, and so that was
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Hmm.
But he showed a lot of grace there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He did. And like
So,
so like what happened? I guess this is like I wanted to go back and watch it again because I don't know if I like fell asleep for a minute or if I don't remember, but near the end of his story, what happens to Mia Goth? Like, is she dies?
yeah.
How does she die?
she was shot
Um,
trying to protect him,
yeah.
right?
Oh, she was trying to protect him, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Victor's trying
Victor
to
shot him.
shoot the
Yeah.
creature and then he shoots Mia.
Okay,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And then
gotcha.
she
And then he
dies.
doesn't use his like surgeon skills to save her.
No.
Just like with his mom. It's like, you let her die to his dad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, which is like exactly what would happen in the 1830s if like they didn't have the skill or the knowledge
yeah.
until much later in life
Yeah.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
deal with
No.
stuff like that. But also like they didn't know how to like reanimate corpses. So I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So like what did his brother okay? Like
No.
did he
He
ever
died.
come back into his brother died too?
His
Yeah.
brother died. I'm blanking on
It was
how
at
he
the
died
wedding
though.
too, right? Didn't the
Yeah,
creature
but it
kill him?
was, I just can't remember if it was a
The
gunshot
creature
or
killed him at the wedding.
the
I
creature
thought
killed him.
so.
Okay.
I could
Okay,
be
that
wrong.
makes
Maybe
sense.
I'm blanking out too. But yeah, I thought he did.
He died pretty soon. It was like the bride died, then the groom died. It was like
Okay,
really
so
Yeah.
bride
fast. Yeah.
first. Oh,
Think
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
so. Yeah, because I think he ran up and he saw what happened or something. Or
Yeah.
maybe the creature brought her down the stairs. I don't remember.
Mm,
But I'm pretty sure she died first and then he followed soon after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. According to the summary, William is mortally wounded as the creature fights off the guests.
okay.
So I
So
guess
Mm,
yeah.
the creature killed him by mistake. But yeah.
Okay.
yeah. I think the
Yeah.
creature was taking Mia Goth downstairs in like a really kind of beautiful, touching scene as she's bleeding out.
I
And
remember
Yeah.
the
then
scene where he's like carrying
something
her down the
happened.
stairs. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
That dress is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And those
everyone's
stairs are
like,
really good in like an otherwise ridiculous CG set. But
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
liked those stairs.
I
I'm not
really
gonna
liked
lie.
the I liked a lot of what was going on in the like AI tower house place.
Yeah.
I liked that probably the best. Yeah.
A person probably modeled that.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
it wasn't
I know.
AI.
Well,
I
it could
shouldn't
be
say AI
AI,
because
but
I know they want to be nominated for Oscars, so we shouldn't even put that out there.
Well,
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 because I do know.
that's my question is like, what does it mean to make this movie, again, and when everyone is like obsessed with AI and ChatGPT, and my job is just like my company is pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And I'm reading these stories about people who have been in long-term relationships with their chatbots and stuff, and I'm
Oh,
like, yeah, like we've created something we can't really control, right? Isn't it kind of a parallel? I don't know. Like, what is Guillermo del Toro trying to say, if anything?
I
I don't
don't.
know.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, I know that, like, so coming into this, I was like, is this going to be a really over the top allegory about
Yeah.
AI in the
Yeah.
entertainment industry and like at the world? I didn't really feel that, although I think that, like, ever since this book was written, we have been living in like an age where technology is advancing at such a pace that it does feel like we're constantly creating monsters we can't control.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's like a little bit more like par for the course than that. Maybe like, it does kind of like reference AI, but is not necessarily, because like the elements of that would be reflected in this narrative are not new. Like
Yeah.
this has kind of been
Yeah.
happening. Like it's been
Yeah.
happening since the
Yeah.
1830s. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I wasn't feeling like an overt sense of like, oh no, AI is coming for Guillermo del Toro's job.
Yeah, I kind of was
Yeah.
wondering that too. Like, I was searching for allegory in it as well, and I didn't. Every time I thought, like, oh, this is just kind of an oversimplified allegory, it would do something to undermine that idea. So, I I didn't quite see that. I see what you mean. I mean, the only thing I can think of is like the fact that, well, I don't know. I mean, because the creature says like, make me a companion, which is like, yes, you're just creating companionship out of nowhere, but he wanted someone like him. He was looking for someone like him.
Yes.
But yes, it is something for sure. It's not like it's, but it is more of an evergreen thing, like Rachel was saying, like creating something you can't control, fighting against nature, doing that's kind of a something we could apply to many different themes. So yeah, I don't
So
know.
yeah, I think that maybe this is because like in the original narrative it relies on like it really was fiction because the science was so bad at that time that like
Hmm.
what we really end up with, it's like the lasting allegory is about creation in a way of like parenthood, which I was definitely getting a lot of in this movie,
Yeah.
rather than like the robots are coming to be our overlords.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but did you see that like Russian robot that came on stage recently and then just fell over? You see that happen? That was
Yeah.
embarrassing for
If they
the.
had made that robot look like Jacob Elordi, I bet it would have done a lot better.
It wouldn't have fallen over. That was so awful. I felt so bad. Like
For
I
the
don't like.
robot?
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
even
felt
know what
bad
you
for the
guys are
creators
talking
because
about.
like
I'm just
it
like
was
laughing at your
like I
reactions.
am
I'm
so
sorry.
I'm so like not an AI person. I'm not a robot person. Like I'm very 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 skeptical. But like these creators were like falling around their little toddler and it like fell over and they pulled
Yeah.
up this like black curtain and just like it wasn't like a real curtain. It was just like a black piece of fabric, and they
The
pulled it
first
to like cover, to like just like pull it up like over their
Because
heads.
they were
Like
embarrassed.
the first
Oh.
thing that
I
comes
felt
up when
so
I say
bad.
Russian on YouTube is the Russian robot falls.
I felt so
The
bad. I was
Russian
like, these poor
robot.
people are like working really hard on something, which yes, I do not believe in. But like they were working so hard, and then it falls over, and they pull up this curtain. It's like all twisted, like the like the curtain they pull up. It's awful. Oh my god.
Oh
Ugh.
no. What were they
I
pulling up
know.
the
No,
curtain to like to leave the stage in shame or
No, to like
like
hide. It wasn't like a theater curtain. It was just like a piece of fabric.
But what were
But
they
like,
trying to hide?
to
Like
hide
everyone already
the-
saw this
Yeah,
robot
I
fall.
don't know. It fell, and then they all like go after it, and then someone like then two people come out and like pull up this curtain, and we're like
To like hide the
trying to-
fact that they are now going
Yeah.
to
This
like
clip doesn't have the curtain
thrash
Oh
moment.
my
the
God.
robot like
Yeah,
Charles
I know,
Dance
they're like trying
thrashing
to, like,
Victor
like,
Frankenstein.
yell at it, say something else. Yeah, yeah. I don't
Oh
know.
my
Oh my
god.
God.
It was.
Am
I
I
felt
just a
so
horrible
bad.
person or what? Like, oh my
No, I
God.
felt so bad. Oh my!
I mean, if
just
I
for
know
the-
anything
I see the
about
curtain now.
Russian discipline,
they're gonna
after
get
that
murdered.
robot
It comes from
They're
off
gonna get
stage
murdered.
with like the curtain, and they're like,
Yeah,
ah!
yeah. It's awful. It's awful.
This is
I'm
like
really afraid they're
a
gonna get
really
like
tragic,
punished.
like ballet, like because like
yeah.
the robot falls literally on its face, and they're trying to get it up, and then somebody
And you know
comes
they're working
running
so hard. They've been working
from
so
the
hard, like
wings
all night.
with with a
I just
curtain
hate it. Just hate it. I hate it so much.
twisted.
Oh
And,
my
like, you
god.
can see them dragging the robot off stage.
No, no, it's
But
awful.
I bet you the next time you see that robot, it's going to be doing tour jetés, it's going to be doing triple lutzes. Like
I'm afraid those Russian robot makers will be never seen again. So that's
Oh,
what
no.
I'm worried- yeah.
know.
those Russian
gonna
robot
get,
makers
like-
are done, and they're bringing in the next crop of Russian robot
But
makers.
like, what's gonna happen to them?
Best case,
Like,
They're going to the
best case,
gulag.
they get an acid bath.
they have
and
fear in
go
their
live.
eyes. There's like a terrible. Oh, I don't like it.
They could go live somewhere else. No, I'm sorry. I'm just
They
kidding.
have to.
Siberia. They
to.
now have to
They-
live in Siberia.
No, they need to
Best
go like
case-
live on a beach in Italy or something.
Oh
and
yes,
just, like, get
they're gonna
away.
go to a nice farm.
Rachel,
They're gonna go to Lake
You have to
Como.
see this.
It's awful. It's awful. I am so upset.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
really, really, and then it's on the Today Show, and they're all like laughing at it too.
No. It's
I mean-
just awful. I mean, no,
Russia
everyone likes
hasn't
it. But
done much to
You're giving
ingratiate itself to the world
Yes.
lately.
But
So
like Russia is not
that's
Vladimir
why.
Putin. Yeah, I know. But like also
these
no one likes
kids
that
are
guy.
not-
Everyone hates
these
that guy.
kids
but-
are not like these kids are not like the bad guys.
No,
No,
and they're not
maybe
even
not.
kids. So at least
Maybe
one is
not.
at least 50. Like, yeah, I just feel bad. They're never gonna be seen again. Anyways,
I think that this is extremely informed by our Frankenstein conversation, actually.
You know,
sad.
if their robot had looked like Jacob Elordi, they would have had a lot more help getting it off the
everyone
ground.
would have tried.
Everyone would have
Yes.
run. To
Everyone would have
help.
been like, oh no. Yes.
Oh,
We would have
no.
all been Mia Goth in that moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
no,
want
the
this?
beautiful
Thank you for
creature.
this leaf. Yes, thank you. Thank you for falling. It was a very good try.
It was a good try. Good fall.
Good fall. 10 out of 10.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. We should probably wrap up soon. But any last
Let's wrap it
thoughts
up.
on Frankenstein?
Well, I do think that we have to kind of like segue a little bit into. So when I was like first envisioning this movie, I was like, oh, Frankenstein is a silly property. It's a silly movie. But I forgot that it was Guillermo del Toro. And I guess, I mean, Netflix and Guillermo's camps seem to believe that this movie is in contention for at least some Oscar nominations. What do we think?
I think that's a stretch.
I thought so too, but like, have you been seeing like on the press tour and like all of there's like a lot of content, like behind the scenes content about the production design and the set decoration and all of the like practical elements that they did create. The costumes have been like way out on Front Street.
Costumes, yeah, the costumes. I mean,
And the makeup.
Oscar Isaac's
Makeup
performance was
probably
pretty
could.
amazing.
I think Oscar Isaac could be. I'm not sure if it's like Oscar.
Oh, I don't
level.
know. I don't know if the performances are really in conversation
No,
Oscar-
here.
Oscar Isaac.
Not
No,
even a
I
Golden
am
Globe, no?
Oscar Isaac's like #1 fan. This was
I know
not
you are.
it for me. This was not it. I don't think he did that great of a job. Like he was fine.
Really?
He was
I thought he
very
did well.
big. He
It was very over the top and like one note to me.
Which is
until,
kind
like,
of what I want in
It
like a
was
Frankenstein
one note.
movie.
Yeah, and I guess I wasn't really expecting more than one note for
Yeah,
Victor
for Frankenstein. Yeah, I mean he does get humble pied, and and
I mean, he
therefore
loses a leg.
he loses a leg.
Yeah, which is like
Yeah.
a weird choice. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot in here that like is not implicit in the text of the novel, and like I think that Guillermo is like finding a lot of ways to like sneak his own narrative into this, and we know that like even when he makes a movie that's kind of doesn't work, it still has been nominated for Oscars and has won Oscars. So I'm thinking about
Yeah.
like Nightmare Alley, which like really mostly didn't work for me, but I thought that the production design was incredibly beautiful, and it did end up
Yeah.
winning
Yeah.
some below the line Oscars. So I feel like we could see that here.
Maybe I was being cynical. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think it could come out with like a costume Oscar
Yeah,
or
costume, production
something.
design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
Okay,
see
what's
that.
gonna be the cocktail then that we make? Because we've
Oh, this is
barely
so
scratched the
exciting.
Oh my God.
surface
Okay, we
of
have to think
our
about
Oscar
this.
cocktails.
Yeah, we have to
Ooh.
start this. All right. So I think
Yeah.
we need to. All right. There's a lot of options.
Butterfly
Yeah,
wings, like
butterfly
butterfly,
Oh,
pea.
yeah, the
Yeah.
pea, yeah.
the blue
And it's
stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
blue, like her
yeah.
costumes. Yep. We need to get some
Yeah.
basil in
Ooh,
there, I
with like a
think.
hibiscus. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, something
something that's
that's
a little
like
dark.
rehydrated, because it would be
Yeah.
like,
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
yes, and it comes in a
I like where
tall
this is
glass
headed.
because
It has to
Jacob
be a tall
Elordi is
glass.
tall.
Yes.
Yes. It has to
Yes.
be a tall glass. I totally
Yes.
agree. Yeah.
Yes, I definitely
I'm into
think we need
this.
to,
All
we'll
right.
workshop
We need to
this.
assign each person, then we'll workshop, then we'll come back with ideas. Yeah. So,
Yes. Oh my
yeah.
We
God.
should do an episode workshopping our Oscar
Yes,
cocktails.
well,
Or
we
some
will do a
shorts.
taste
Yeah, at
test
least.
for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. Yeah. We'll share those. But
We'll put it out to the
Yeah.
people. If you have a strong feeling about what should go in this cocktail, I feel like something something alpine, right? Something like
yeah.
'cause it's set in the
Woody.
Alps.
Yeah.
Some gin
Yeah.
maybe that has like a strong juniper
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah. Some very botanical gin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I think we're getting somewhere,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think.
like something that's a little bit um over the top but evil. I don't
Ooh,
know.
it's
So
just it's a
we'll
mix.
think about it.
It's a brew. It's a strange
Yeah.
brew.
We'll
Yeah.
come up with some options. We'll come up with some options. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we can wrap it up. There were a couple of other like news items that I think will stay shelf stable until our next episode.
Okay.
So join
Yeah.
us next time for our thoughts on a story that like I know I have been following closely. That may have to do with some of our favorite reality television stars. So we'll take it back
Mormon
to
Wives
us.
is back, y'all.
Mormon
Wives is
wives?
back.
Okay. Yeah.
Some
All right, we're gonna have
developments in the
to
Mormon
review.
space.
And we should probably talk about All's Fair at some point because that's
Oh,
ridiculous.
okay. I'm
I
gonna
have
watch it.
I
I haven't watched
okay.
it.
It'll be a waste of your time, but you might enjoy it a little bit. It's
Is Ryan Murphy involved?
yes.
Yes.
Okay,
He's the
It's
creator.
in the show.
okay.
Yeah, it's honestly like very shiny drivel, but I enjoyed it
Love
at
that.
times. I mean, it's not. I've seen Kim Kardashian do a lot worse. She
Ooh.
wasn't good, but I've seen her do a lot worse. So, in
Well,
You
acting.
know,
else
we
have
love
we
to see a
seen
lady
her?
grow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
In that, she was in that one season of American Horror Story
Oh,
where,
and Delicate, yeah.
yeah, yeah, where she's
Mm-hmm.
kind of just playing herself or like a version of her mom.
Yeah.
And
It's getting
Yeah.
harder and harder to tell the difference, actually, between the two of them.
It's like their plastic surgeons are just like moving towards each other slowly.
I
Yeah,
think it's just
but-
one guy. I think it's
Yeah,
one
exactly.
surgeon.
Yeah.
One
Yeah, he has an
Victor
aesthetic. Yeah.
Frankenstein responsible for all of this.
That's all the Kardashians. Yeah, we can go into that route too. Yeah, but Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys
Yeah.
for joining. We'll
Yeah.
definitely be talking more about this as we move closer to Oscars, I think. So,
Yeah. Let us know
Yes.
your thoughts on Frankenstein and what our drink should be.
yeah.
Yes.
We're
Because,
brainstorming.
Maybe we'll brainstorm and we'll throw a poll up on our socials in the
Good
next couple of
idea.
days. So look out for that, and you can follow us at NY Sofalites on Instagram. And we will see you